Okay, we are not live, but we are on digital recording.
Yes, we are.
Good evening, Carrie. How you doing?
Good evening, Stephen.
All right, so we just got I guess we can call that watching the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was on, so that's over, and um, I guess it's time for a check-in. So who goes first?
I don't even get to talk about the commercials from the Super Bowl.
I mean, we
We
could put a
didn't
minute
even
to it.
watch the Puppy Bowl. We have it recorded. No, it's
True.
fine. It's fine. Um, yeah. So I think I may have started last night, maybe. Well, day 6. You wanna you
Sure.
wanna take it?
Yeah, I can't remember who started which days. I kept thought about it more, but I
Days.
mean, now today for me was kind of a similar to yesterday in that I did start off in the morning, taking a few minutes to focus on in this case, it's just a couple quotes, but it's kind of again just kind of taking something, mulling over it, putting it in my brain, and then kind of following it through the day. So be a lot of little intervals here and there that I'd either stop what I was doing and reflecting. One this time it ties for timing to yesterday, oddly, but it was even death is not to be feared by one who has lived wisely, and really just kind of call back to I think from again yesterday's thoughts about focusing on wisdom versus delusion, and some of those principles. Again, just kind of let that sink in, and I think even especially when you know. I just think sometimes we put too much importance on some odd. It's like what tomorrow is going to be or what the future is going to be. At the end of the day, the present's all that kind of matters. And it's like if you live each day wisely, and I guess to some degree that's choosing wisely and trying to be intentional. That's certainly been a theme this week. I think is a lot of things I've done have had an intention. Um, and that certainly followed through today. I had a couple things I've waited for substantial long time for the right equipment and the right opportunity to try a few things. And I was also going to credit a little bit of my time too because I definitely feeding into an idea that's been in my head that I felt like could be fun or would be good to kind of be able to work through. And so that was a good part of my day of really kind of proving it out. So now in that sense, I get a nice break on that. I did take a bit of a break to read, so I pulled up Mr. McConaughey again. Um, I'm gonna have to try to figure out if I really want to either. I don't know if I need to augment it with another book because it's an interesting read. It's not it's I don't want to
Yeah.
give judgment in a way, but it's definitely sometimes like I don't know if I'm in this mood right now to read that the type of story it is dialogue. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean I did take some time. I did read another chapter or two at that, but yeah, I may have to I may have to swap in something else at least to mix in. But overall, like I said at the beginning, I'm not as good at logging specific hours, but it was a good day, and I think if anything, just the more focused effort toward meditation and to being consistent about it really has I feel is I can feel a change, or at least I feel combination of clarity, combination of calmness, a few other just thoughts, and even as I'm going through my day, it's carrying through in a nice way. So day 6, but yeah, it's been a nice week. I can't. I mean, not that it's been perfect, but I really can't think of anything bad about this week. So I don't know. I won't say that's what did it, but yeah. So that's my 45-minute promise.
There's your 45. Yeah, and I agree. It's a lot of what we've said with uh, the fact that I've been on this meditation streak. Um, it's not a cure-all, right? But it does help ground you. Um, it certainly doesn't, again, it's not, you can meditate on so many things, but I think that one of the biggest pieces is just the idea that you are just stopping for a minute and focusing on your breathing. And it's just a level of clarity and a level of sanity. It's not going to make you focus. It's not going to make you a better person if you're not a good person. It's not going to, it's not a cure-all. It's just, I will say.
It's a discipline.
It's a discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like anything where, I said the other day with the little mini panic attack, it was like I was able to fix it. It didn't, the fact that I meditate daily didn't stop a panic attack, but the fact that I knew what I needed to do when that happened,
sure, that's
really kind of the idea that it really is just this focus and on breathing, focus on just yourself for a minute. And so I did that today. I did a 12-minute. It was a more general, just because I was running around a little bit today and doing some house stuff and making our nachos and stuff for the Super Bowl, even though
they're delicious, quite delicious.
They're delicious. Yeah, so that I did that, and then I got I did a 30-minute, 35-ish minute. Again, I call it stretching yoga, but it's a little bit more on the physical therapy on my knees and things like that. So it's very concentrated and focused on the areas that from the workouts I'm feeling a little, I wouldn't say pain, but discomfort. So I'm just trying to really focus on that. And so, but they're good. It's almost like another form of meditation, because I do through all of the movements. They're movements that you hold, like stretching in yoga, where you're breathing through the movements. And it felt good. It was kind of weird that, tonight I, as you know, but not everybody does. I do have some weird health things. And tonight I did have just a little attack of sorts. It's not, I don't have diabetes, but it's very similar to a diabetic attack, and it's very uncomfortable. And probably shouldn't be drinking this wine right now, but you know what? I feel better now that it has passed, and I wanted the wine, so I'm having it. And yeah, not a bad Sunday. I wish it had been a little warmer. There was an outdoor market that I had wanted to go to.
Yeah.
But it was just really, the wind was pretty fierce. So it was almost like, even though the sun was out, and I did get out in the sun a little bit, because I'm a big believer that vitamin D needs to come from the sun and not from a pill.
Can't wait for the summer.
Or just the spring. Honestly.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, just warm enough.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So yeah. That's day 6.
Day 6. So any closing thoughts? Other than the fact that I'm realizing that I am actually caught between 2 solos.
You are.
It's a tough life, that's for certain. But Super Bowl ads you wanted to give shout out to? I don't know, historical record's sake.
Oh, I will give big shout outs. The ones that really stood out to me. There were some very powerful ones. I'm always drawn to the funnier ones or the more clever. Um, definitely big shout outs to State Farm for their Drake from State Farm. I thought that every single time I saw it, it cracked me up. Loved the Alexa.
And she just activated.
And there.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I can't do that, Carrie.
With Michael B. Jordan of Georgia film fame and Sexiest Man of the Year. Yeah, that was a brilliant commercial. The M&Ms were very funny with I'm sorry, I called you Karen. My name is Karen. I'm sorry, your name is Karen. That was hysterical with Dan Levy at the end. I'll give a shout out to Dan Levy on Saturday Night Live last night. That's big shout outs. And let's see, I think those were there were a few good ones. I mean, I know a lot of the big guys dropped out. There were some funny Michelob Ultra commercials, and Bud Light, they're never going to drop, but I guess Mick Ultra now has a more organic seltzer, so that was interesting. That stood out. That's what we need, is another hard seltzer.
Absolutely. We do not have enough of those.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And gosh, I felt like there was something else that oh shit. There was something else. There was something else I was going to say that it was actually, damn it. It's not going to come to me.
Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe it's supposed to come another time.
It'll come another time. That's fine. But yeah, so there were, again, it's not, I don't know. I'm pretty convinced. Like we said, I think Tom Brady sold his soul to the devil, or he's the Antichrist or something. It doesn't, whatever the case may be. I was happy to see the Bucks win. I'm a Tampa Bay. I'm not a Tampa Bay fan, but I like Tampa, and by default, I just say that I would, if I'm rooting for somebody, I'm rooting for them, even though
sure.
I'm not. Brady. Brady. But he did it. He just, so yeah. What about you?
I don't really
watch any of the commercials.
Well, I watched some, but I did not watch that many of them. No, I just have my. Can I do this without messing up? Yeah, it's this one. I can change the light colors,
Oh, by pressing the color?
Well, it's not. No, I'm changing the wires, but it's using connectors on the back here. So
you're gonna have to have a whole nother segment just on that, because that shit's amazing.
I'm working on pictures. I mean, this is just because, like I was saying today, this was very much proof of concept. Needed to test out, see if it could be done. I kind of knew it could, but I've had to learn a lot about ways to make it do it right. There's wrong ways to do it, certainly, and I think the first 5 or 6 I tried this morning were not perfect by any means, and it's getting closer and closer. And quite honestly, I'm probably going to do one more change before I call it a night tonight, even though I do plan on calling it soon. But
yeah, and I don't. We haven't really said, but I mean, at the end of all of these, we put our Instagram handles, which is both of our fairly predominant platforms. I think even if we post in other places like Facebook and Twitter, I think we're pretty religious in posting on Instagram primarily, even though I've got to figure out Reels. Reels.
I have to admit, I'm going to have to lean on you a little bit for some of that stuff. I keep on working on content to do some maker stuff, but
this is my favorite emoji, by the way. I like to make the emoji when I'm not making an emoji. Is the
it's close to that.
Is that pretty good?
It's pretty good. All right. Well, I think we will close it up. Yeah, we do have our tags. I actually may put because I have two. I have one that I use for more making, and the others for just life. So, but either way, we made it almost a week. So tomorrow we might actually. I think tomorrow we might need to come up with a little bit more of like kind of summarize a little bit, but just think about
Of
the
the
week
week.
too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I would
all right.
agree.
Well, I will see you in a couple minutes. All right. Bye.
Bye.
And I cannot press stop.